Dude, Luke, the printer's still busted. What the fuck, man?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 14 of the Topless Robot podcast. I'm Ryan.
My name is Brooks.
I'm Tyler.
Dan.
And it's been a week since we were last seated in this room.
At the Citadel. That's what we have to call this room from now on.
The Citadel.
The Citadel.
Yeah.
How was your guys' week?
It was a week.
Yeah,
It definitely was a week.
it was.
But I read 3
in
books
fact,
this
7
week,
days.
though.
Good
So.
Lord. You read more than I will ever read.
Straight into the pretentious mind palace stuff, I see.
We are in the Citadel.
Oh, yes. The Citadel.
Nah, I mean, it was a little cheating because one of the books I'd read before, but the other 2 I hadn't, and they were really good.
Does it make it easier the second time around?
Yeah, it's like watching a movie.
So, like, you get to the points where you're like, I know what happens here. I'll just skip to the next chapter, or what?
No, you just read it. I'm just
Sure. But isn't that what you're doing with the book the first time around?
Yeah, but like I already know what's coming.
Sure.
Doesn't that take some of the fun out of it?
No, not at all. Like it's like watching a movie. Like so I have a friend that lives in Austria who told me that there's an expression, you know, when we say picture it in your mind, over there it's head movies instead. So
Sure.
Kopfkino is what he said it was, and that's what books are to me. It's just a movie that plays out in my brain. So because I'm just reading, but I read very fast, and it's like watching another episode of Seinfeld.
I'm very smart. I read very fast.
me, I'm smart. Me read good.
In my mind palace.
In my mind's eye.
I stumbled on a well, I guess I didn't stumble on it. Like
Should have watched where you're walking then.
there's this game that, so I love everything that Devolver Digital publishes, and so when I see Devolver Digital has a new game, I will buy it blind.
Yeah.
I don't care. I will buy it. And so they recently put out a game this past week on Thursday, I think, called Gris. Gris.
I saw. I don't know. I have no idea what it's about, but I saw it and I giggled a little bit at the title.
Why?
Because, long story short, that was in the first name for the Ganderers.
Oh, okay.
But
so it is fucking gorgeous.
like, what is it like?
It's
I didn't look into it at all. So
very 2D journey.
oh, I'm already about it.
And you play this woman, and it's all incredibly gorgeous, hand-drawn, hand animated. Like the whole world, there's no, shirking on details. Everything looks absolutely beautiful, and it's all hand art.
So you play as a girl,
You play as this girl who, like,
city girl, living in a lonely world.
when it opens, you're in this like concrete or stone hand, and she's like singing, and all of a sudden her voice goes away and the hand crumbles and she falls to earth.
Huh.
And you start out in this very devoid of color kind of environment, and you're just kind of walking around, and you start collecting these little dots of light that help you bridge gaps, and the gaps that they bridge almost end up looking like constellations. So it's almost like you're picking up stars. And as you progress through the game, you start restoring color to the world. So like the first color you restore is red, and all of a sudden there's these deep, like blotches of this red watercolor kind of style. It's fucking beautiful.
I'm into that.
Absolutely beautiful.
All right, I'm into that. I got to check that out.
And you pick up abilities along the way as well. So like the first ability that you pick up is the ability to turn into a heavy cube, which is kind of weird.
So
But,
like
Heavy
Kirby.
cube.
You're basically Kirby.
Kinda, yeah. Like she's got this flowing, kind of dress sort of thing, but like Journey, like looks like the traveler in Journey, but that dress all of a sudden kind of like poofs out and it gains corners, and you are just a head on top of a cube.
Okay.
That produces weight, and you can even walk around like that, and it's just kind of like a slow little saunter and shit. But it's super gorgeous, very, very cool game. I highly recommend it.
Check that out, yeah. And I mean, you didn't mention it was Journey themed, so
Yeah, I mean, it's the first thing that comes to mind when playing it is Journey. It's that kind of thing.
I'm forever yours.
Not that, goddamn it.
Honestly, he already did it. You should have seen it coming.
No, I know.
Well, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
Oh my God.
Oh, Brooks, I'm glad that we only get to spend this time together once a week.
Punishment at the Citadel.
The Citadel, you mean?
Citadel. So what have you guys been playing? Anyone?
Red Dead Redemption 2,
Yeah.
always. I keep going on rants, and then I realize that I'm just ranting at the same people over and over again. My horse died like 2 weeks ago, and I just won't shut the fuck up about it.
I didn't know that was
You're
a thing.
beating
that
a dead
could happen.
horse.
My horse fucking died during a cutscene. I had no control over it whatsoever. I had this one side quest. I know, Dan. I know. I was like, and it happened right before work too. So I came into work and I was like, my fucking horse died. It was bad.
was it something that you could prevent, or was it a scripted event?
I mean, I think it was something completely preventable. I think that my stupid fucking horse just decided to stand in a fire right before this cutscene started.
You know how to prevent all of that stuff? Don't play the game.
Damn.
You've been playing it pretty consistently since it came out, right?
Yeah. I kind of put Fallout 76 by the wayside a little bit.
Because
just
it's trash.
Hey.
Yup.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I also got the Fallout board game, which I like a lot more than I thought I would.
Did you get to play that?
Yeah, it took 4 hours, and I just made a decision to finish a quest that would end the game, and we have us both lose. And
So is it
I
co-op,
just
or
needed
is
it to be over. It's sort of co-op. Like, you have the option of trading with the other survivors and such, but each person has like their own hidden little like missions that.
Okay.
So it's either, for at least the scenario that we played through, it's either the Railroad wins, the Institute wins, or one of the players wins. If you have pledged allegiance to either the Railroad or the Institute,
Of the United States of America.
yeah. That if that or if that faction succeeds and wins the game, you also win, which is cool. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's also everybody could lose because that's how it is,
Well,
Because
it's
Fallout.
war never changes.
war is changing.
War never changes.
Now a loading screen where I light and put out a cigarette every 30 seconds for the next hour.
I am still very much trapped in the void of playing Neo. It has officially been over 250 hours.
Jesus.
Lord.
I completed the last playthrough, which is called Way of the Neo, and
Maybe
now
that's why you're so pasty.
yeah, I don't. I actually have a severe vitamin D deficiency. I have to take a supplement. I don't ever see the sun because I hate it. But I started the Abyss now, which is the final end game thing they added in a long time ago, which is a 999 floor just dungeon, essentially. You go through it and you fight a boss at the end of it. And for those of you who have played action RPGs, you know that one of the big things is you can consistently find a boss's animation and attack during the gaps between their attacks. That's how the whole game works. Well, guess what? When you get to a deep enough floor in the Abyss, bosses can animation cancel and start new attacks without any warning. So I am suffering every day, and I refuse to stop.
And you love it.
I love it.
What floor are you on?
2.
I haven't even hit floor 100 yet. It
God.
picks up difficulty pretty quick. I'm assuming it's going to taper off unless it just keeps getting so difficult that enemies sneezing on you will cause you to drop dead. Yeah, I'm at 87 now.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's life.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about these styles of games. All of those action RPG style games. I've played all the Dark Souls games, Bloodborne, Neo. I play them for so many hours on multiple playthroughs. It's just it's nonstop. I never stop enjoying them.
That's fair. At least there's a lot of value there.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, not so much. I think so. I've tried to play Dark Souls in the past, and it didn't work out real well. I tried to play Dark Souls 3, and right at the beginning of Dark Souls 3, when you go off to the right, there's that big motherfucker.
The lizard, the crystal lizard.
Yeah. I just kept going after him because I kept coming close to killing him, and I'm like, I could totally do this. And then I'd die, and I'd come back, and I never beat him, and I never ventured further than that section.
Wow, that's unfortunate because the actual boss of the tutorial is way easier. I don't know. The big thing I tell everybody when they're kind of intimidated by that style of game is you have to break that first barrier. When I first picked up the first Dark Souls game, I got stuck in the Undead Burg for hours because I sucked ass at it. But once I broke through that and just consistently played through the game, it has made playing every other action RPG way easier. I picked up Neo and got through the first mission without dying. That's how it goes after that point. You just know how those games
gained these skills.
I'm in the machine. But you really pick up on how it works. I really don't think they're as intimidating as everybody says they are. It's just that smashing your head against that first brick wall is what stops most people from getting really into it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is your advice to people that are discouraged by playing a game with legendary difficulty like that is just get good, right?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I like to call it perseverance instead of get good. But I guess you could say they kind of mean the same thing. I'm just not an asshole about it. I just want people to enjoy those games because I feel so positively about them.
I mean, a wise man once said, if you run into a wall enough times, it's bound to fall down. So, I personally didn't even get through the tutorial of Bloodborne and gave up entirely and then went and rode a horse around for forever. And then it, died in a fire, literally. It's fine. Everything's cool.
I think you're beating a horse to death.
Am I beating a dead horse? Because no, I cried and carried the saddle from one corner of Saint Denis to the other to buy another horse.
Spoilers! No, I'm kidding. Well, I have not played anything this week that was as difficult or remarkably beautiful or still sad. I played... you mentioned earlier that you fired up MGS1. I also fired MGS1 this week just because I was feeling nostalgic, and I was like, man, that bootleg Solid Snake figure that I got, I keep looking at it, and I'm like, man, if I squint my eyes enough, it kind of looks like the PS1 version.
So they used the textures from the PS1 version as the
just
paint
ripped
model.
it. Yeah.
Honestly, that would be genius if somebody was decided to make gaming action figures that looked like the polygons.
So they kind of did. I can't remember. It might be Good Smile, or it might be SHF.
You're right.
Did a Virtua Fighter one that's all polygonal.
Yeah, but Virtua Fighter's lame.
Yeah, I'm not a big Virtua Fighter fan, but they kind of did that. I would love that to be a style for figures. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, like a PS1 line. But I was on the PlayStation train this week. I played Metal Gear Solid. I played Mr. Driller.
Mr. Driller's fucking great.
I played
man.
Mr. Driller G, which is the better Mr. Driller, which I found out that that was basically what they ported to the DS for Mr. Driller Drill Spirits.
I loved Drill Spirits. Yeah.
So did I. Well, I mean, my senior trip, I bought two life-changing games for that week-long trip. I bought Chrono Trigger for the DS. It was my first time playing it, and I bought Mr. Driller Drill Spirits. And I can puzzle like the best of them, and I can RPG like the rest of them. And then I also played a couple of. I played I can never say it.
Air Guys.
Air Guys. God Bless the Ring, which was a fighting game that I'd forgotten about, which fueled my love of yo-yoing in middle school for a second.
But also it was one of the first games to have Final Fantasy characters
Yeah.
outside of Final Fantasy.
Which was
it had
dope.
Cloud and Sephiroth and Tifa, right?
Cloud, Sephiroth, Tifa, Vincent, and Yuffie.
Oh, Vincent and Yuffie were in that as
they're
well?
unlockables. And then Neo Red 13, which is a bullshit character, by the way, because you're basically like beating up a dog, like a scary, vicious dog, but nonetheless, like the last thing you fight before the credits is like a dog. and
The pinnacle of gaming.
Yeah, well, and then it's kind of neat because you have to like find this thing, like a sword. Like the plot device is some kind of sword. And if you meet the right conditions during the game, then during the credit scene, which is you're always fighting whatever evil entity the game is, during the credit scene, and you get it to like knock these glass cases over, and you pick up this sword and you kill it, and that's how you win the game.
Huh.
Spoilers.
The game is like 1,000 years old,
Oh yeah,
and
No,
it's like okay.
that's a hard stance to take. Like if something is that old and you don't want it to be spoilered, then fuck you. You should have played it by now.
I always got Ehrgeiz and Einhander mixed up.
Same.
Einhander is a great side-scrolling shooter from Square that I really enjoyed. But another
there was-
one that gets no love over time.
Yeah, Well, I mean, both of those games have almost been forgotten in the ether.
Yeah.
We will sell no Ironhander before it's Timehander.
Wah.
Wow. And then I, in addition to playing that, and I also got an ISO of the European release of Mega Man X3 on the PlayStation, which you probably have played, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the slightly better version of that, and that was fun. But the real winners that we talked about earlier was LSD Dream Emulator and
Incredible Crisis.
Incredible Crisis.
Yeah.
and those were the winners for yesterday. It's been a fun week for retro gaming.
Yeah, Incredible Crisis. I don't think I ever actually played, but I've seen it, and it's a thing. And after watching that video of LSD Dream Emulator, oh wow, that's a big wow.
Well, when you give an artist that kind of license,
It's a wonder that didn't make it on the PlayStation Classic lineup.
it should.
Oh yeah, you sure about that? It's a wonder.
It's a wonder.
It should have instead of. What do you think is the dumbest game on the PlayStation Classic?
That is a hard call.
That is a
I
very
know.
hard call. I think
Probably
Ridge
one-
Racer 4 is pretty dumb. They should have done Ridge Racer 1 instead. But in terms of just flat out doesn't fucking belong, and I'll probably catch some flack for it, but Destruction Derby.
Okay.
You won't catch any flag from me on that. I never really got into games like any games like that too much as a kid. It just wasn't my jam.
I was
I
probably
like
just,
cartoons.
I was just gonna say like one of the too many puzzle games that are on there. I feel like.
Oh yeah, Intelligent Cube super doesn't belong on there, I
Yeah.
think.
Super Puzzle Fighter 2 shouldn't
Is-
have been there either, because like that's
It's been released 5 million times
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
every single thing that exists.
It's also like the loudest game on my PlayStation.
No, seriously, that is a huge thing. At work, people play it all the time, and for whatever reason, no matter what volume the TV's on, that game is too fucking loud.
It's just like Super Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah.
It's adorable though.
And I'm
Dark
colorblind
Sucker.
and can't tell a difference between the green and yellow gems.
Well, if you play as Dan, you don't have to worry about any of that. So
Actually, you still do because you still have to clear them.
yeah.
Just Dan, when I play against Dan, I don't have to worry about that because he drops nothing but red.
Ah.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I couldn't
Yeah,
explain
Dan
secrets to a
Hibiki.
layman like you.
The mystic art of gem fighting.
Yeah.
This week, we also got a glimpse at the first poster.
You
For-
know,
I already know where
Sonic
you're
movie.
going. Yeah.
Gotta go fast. Away the
Can-
fuck away from that monstrosity.
I wish to unsubscribe from the Sonic fandom.
I just don't understand.
That was your limit? It wasn't Sonic 06? It wasn't fucking where Sonic is a goddamn werewolf with Stretch Armstrong arms?
Okay. First of all,
Don't defend that game. Don't do it.
I'm not going to defend Sonic 06 because Sonic 06 is pretty bad. And like, but it's like still a Sonic game, just kind of like how Sonic Unleashed.
It is because it sucks.
Is a Sonic game, and I will give the credit to like the soundtrack kicks ass. All the daytime stages where you're playing as Sonic, those are rad. But when it turns into the weird brawler like werehog business, that really wasn't my jam. But
you mean the whole point for that fucking game?
And that's the frustrating thing. At this point, they know how to make a good Sonic game, and they've done it, and they're just refusing not to. Like, they're refusing to do it.
Sonic Generations.
So I'm not
Sonic Generations was great.
I'm not excusing Unleashed because it has the good parts that they know how to make, and just chose not to make the whole game about it.
I'm surprised you guys didn't bring up like Sonic and the Secret Rings or Sonic and the Black Knight.
There are
Black Knight was bad.
There are too many bad Sonic games for me to just. I could have spent 10 minutes listing off bad Sonic games when I was giving you shit. Instead, I chose 2 prime ones and just left it at that.
Oh man, there is a song from Sonic and the Black Knight.
Oh god,
that is so fucking funny because it's like the lyrics are so you can easily misconstrue them. I gotta show it to you guys later because it's not a bad song, but the lyrics are so like, what did he say? Like, did he something about a sandwich or?
Was Black Knight or the Rings one the one where he has a romance with a human girl?
No, that was 6.
That's 06.
Oh, is that 06?
Yeah. It's really creepy.
It's really weird.
And there's also a part in 06 where she stares directly into the camera during a cutscene, and it's fucked up. Like, that's like 101. Like,
she's like, I have a DeviantArt page and I'm making this real.
It's one thing if an actor actually looks into the camera, like that could just be a mistake. But guess what? You have full control over the animation of her eyes, and you made her look into the camera. Someone chose to do that, and I hate it.
Yeah. So they definitely made Sonic, at least from the silhouette, way too Uncanny Valley. Like,
oh yeah,
way too Uncanny
Why couldn't
Valley.
they just? So I saw the Ralph Breaks the Internet this week. I had to take a client to that, and Sonic was there.
Yeah.
And he looked just like he did in the game, and it was fine.
Yep.
It was not weird at all. It was 100% cool. And then I saw the poster, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" You know, I couldn't handle the amount of blast processing that. You know, like.
And then there was the follow-up.
The one on the bridge with his legs.
The one on the bridge.
That is my new favorite meme.
Oh, it gets me so much.
Did you see this, Em?
Yeah.
Where, like...
Excuse me, my name is Tyler.
Oh, sorry, Tyler.
Tylum.
Well, I guess we should just lift the veil now.
Yeah, I guess. In case you couldn't tell, Tyler's not here.
The ruse is up.
This is Em.
Hi.
And Em is part of the Topless Robot crew. She is going to be starting up a podcast on the Topless Robot Network in the not-too-distant future.
Reviewing Lunchables and other snack foods for children.
And Shopkins.
I like how she straight faces. She's like, "Why are you laughing at me? We're good. It's just
God. I guess I'll just fucking scrap that idea.
Don't joke about my
Christ.
passions.
So,
PETA overbite.
but God damn it. But now that we've addressed that, to Sonic again, real quick. Did you see the other leaked one with Chris Pratt?
I did.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't sure. So that one was so rough to look at. I wasn't sure if it was actually just something that someone photoshopped or if it was an official release.
Supposedly, this was like a prototype poster or something like that.
It's not Sonic and the Chipmunks, guys.
Yeah.
It's not Sonic and the Chipmunks.
I mean, I would not be averse to Sonic making like a cameo in Jurassic World or something.
You're too slow.
Yeah.
No.
Just like running alongside one of
So
those
much
weird
for the
fucking
apex
balls.
predator, huh?
Okay, so this is not it at all.
Wow.
Put that up. I want to see what that is.
This is not at all what.
You're gonna have to put these images on screen, buddy.
Yeah, I really am.
Oh man.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Can we get every seat cushion in this room with that on it? Please?
Get some pillows with the
I like that they just did not even really bother to find different pictures of pugs. It's just the same picture of a pug over and
It
over.
lends consistency to the composition.
It really ties it together, you know.
That's
So-
one pugly son of a bitch.
And then, and what's funny is that comes up when I search Sonic Chris Pratt poster.
Good. I mean, they that Redbubble artist definitely paid money to have that be the first thing.
There it is.
Oh,
we go.
no.
There's
our boy.
There we go.
Like,
Oh, what?
first of all,
I can't tell
Chris
if this is
Pratt's
real or not.
forehead looks like he's doing his in the sunglasses. It looks like
Yeah.
he's doing his best Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh,
Yeah,
totally.
right?
It's
Absolutely.
like, I'm cool.
All right.
But what's worse is the fact that Sonic behind him looks like he's wearing like, yeah, he's like that costume I remember from the 90s that I remember this kid at a Halloween party showed up and he's like, I'm Sonic, and I'm like, no, you're not.
With the way the perspective is on this too, I can't tell if his feet are supposed to be on top of Chris Pratt's
I think
head.
they are. I
or
think
they
he is resting his nasty ass shoes.
But it looks like from the way
which aren't even soaps. I mean, like, you know, if you're gonna go the realistic shoe route, then give him the soaps.
yeah, right.
You know, bring back Sonic Adventure 2, except that maybe make it more like Sonic Adventure 1.
Here we go.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Just stop. Seriously. So bad.
He's got an attitude.
Not
Sonic.
fast enough to run away from my nightmares.
It's the worstest thing alive.
Yeah.
I would watch a movie with that kid in it. I don't think I would watch the.
Yeah, I can't say I disagree with you there.
I've yet to talk to my like, because like I have a Sonic friend, who is beyond
Way past cool.
way past cool.
Painted
He's the
himself
guy
blue.
that left us that voicemail about Corey in the house.
Okay, sure.
I have not talked to him about how he feels about this yet, and I'm very curious as to, you know, what a lovely Christmas conversation it's gonna be. Merry Christmas. Here's your shitty Sonic movie.
You're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be the thing that causes you to get in like a family fight and you don't talk to each other for 4 months.
Oh no, it won't be at all because it's just gonna be us making fun of it. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
like,
What's funny though is when I wrote the article about this and posted it on the Facebook,
Yeah.
the first comment on it, or one of the first comments on it, was like, "Whatever, fucking haters, it's gonna be amazing." And I'm like, "Whoa,
No, it's not.
No, it's
whoa,
not.
slow your shit. That is not okay."
like, if they just honestly made it an animated movie, like, you guys have played Sonic Mania, right?
Yeah, it's
like
fucking
you know,
great.
you know the super rad like intros and the animation.
Yes.
They did for that?
Yeah.
If that was just a whole movie of just minimal dialogue, kick-ass music by like T-Lopes or something like that, and just everything cool about Sonic the Hedgehog, then I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. But this is like if you told your grandma about Sonic once, who told your cousin who.
And she's the one who pitched the movie idea.
Yeah, so my grandson really likes that Sonic thing,
And she explained it to a furry.
Oh boy.
who existed in an alternate reality which Sonic the Hedgehog did not exist,
Yeah.
because that's Sonic and furries go hand in paw
yeah.
together, you know.
If this is going to be this generation's Howard the Duck.
Ooh.
You can't say that because Howard the Duck was 2 words. Duck tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as a child, I loved Howard the Duck. I thought it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it.
I like the comics.
But I think that someone who was raised on the Howard the Duck comics, when that movie came out, that was super not what they were looking for. But me as a little kid, I'm like, I know nothing about any of this, and this is fucking great. And so I think that's what this is going to be. No one who knows anything about Sonic ever asked for this or wants this.
Well, like-
every little kid who's never heard of Sonic, every 5-year-old who's never heard of Sonic, which there are probably very few
There's
of
like
them.
10.
Yeah, are gonna watch this movie and be like, "This is amazing."
Like who's I don't know who's directing this. Do you know?
Does it
well,
matter?
so it says James Cameron Sonic up here.
Well, that's not. See, that's some.
Oh,
I
that's a
think
different thing.
Yeah,
I think
that's
just-
fake.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
fake. That would be
Yeah, it's not
significant-
idea wiki.
That would be significantly better.
Jim Parsons, maybe.
So some
What?
fan art from the internet is proving to be a better idea than the actual
That's how pretty
than the
much.
actual reality of things.
I mean, the Sonic fans have already
Ooh, I love
proven they
Ichi the
can make
Killer.
a better game than the people who make Sonic. I mean,
Yeah.
Sonic Mania, right there is a perfect example.
That was awesome.
Jim
Oh,
Carrey, Jeff Fowler.
What has he done?
What else has this director done?
Has he even played?
Gopher Broke.
Oh my god.
He was the director of Gopher Broke. He was visual effects and Where the Wild Things Are. Director.
So he's really into
He's not
hair
directed.
movement.
The only other thing that he has directed is a film called Gopher Broke.
Looks like
It
it was
is a
a
short film.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna give Sonic to that guy.
Guys, he was also on an episode of Gilmore Girls.
Oh boy. His name was Bob.
Gentleman's Duel.
What else do we have here? We got Jim Carrey.
I would rather somebody famous fuck up this movie than somebody that I don't
James
even know.
Marsden.
There's
Wow.
There
Wait.
are 8 people writing it.
Okay, Jim. For a second, I
Wait,
thought.
wait.
For a second, I thought-
Yuji Naka's involved here. Hang
Oh
on a
my
second.
god.
Well, credited for
Characters,
characters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, is he somehow been snuck into the movie? Did they drug him?
So the story was by 2 people. The screenplay was by 3 people. Ben Schwartz is doing the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog.
have they ever played? Have they ever played a Sonic?
Oh
game?
man.
There's someone
Imagine
credited
being
as Tissue
Tissue Girl
Girl.
in the Sonic movie. That is a hell of a thing to put on a CV.
Ooh, Crazy Carl, Frank C. Turner, like
Businesswoman, minivan kid number 2.
JoJo.
So considering I see no Chris Pratt anywhere in
I don't
here,
see any fucking tails in
Okay.
here either.
Like I said,
Excuse me.
I had a feeling that Chris Pratt one, like it couldn't be. It looked too fake.
And yeah.
I really hope that they're just trolling us for like the real poster is gonna come out and it's gonna just actually be Sonic.
That'd be great.
I welcome the surprise.
It's not gonna happen.
No, it won't. And I'm just gonna be
But what's weird?
pouty for
so
a whole
I'm,
season.
I'm willing to bet that Chris Pratt was originally in the role of this James Marsden, this Tom Wachowski character.
But Chris
because the plot storyline, a cop in rural town of Green Hills. Oh no.
Will help Sonic escape from the government who is looking to capture him.
Oh
Why,
no.
why is the plot
on.
keyword
Okay.
juvenile delinquent?
Okay,
there?
also, is Dr. Robotnik now a guy who works for the government?
That is
or
exactly
is
where I
he
think
the
they're taking it.
government?
That has to be where they're taking it then.
And it was filmed in Canada.
Of course it was.
Well, yeah, Jim Carrey's in it.
But like,
Budget
Yeah.
$90 million. Oh boy.
They are-
Imagine the good you could have done with that instead of making Sonic.
yeah.
you could have redone Sonic 06 1,000 times.
Eliminate poverty from an entire city.
Oh my
Yeah, right.
God.
But instead, you had to make a movie that's going to piss off literally anyone that cares about the content.
Detroit could really use an infrastructure upgrade. You didn't need to make Sonic.
Clean water
Yeah,
for Flint.
still
No.
doesn't have clean water.
We're gonna make Sonic.
We're going to make Sonic the Hodgehog.
Oh man. And it is going to come out November of next year.
I hope I die before then.
Me too.
I
we should all go
propose.
see it.
I was just gonna say I propose a Topless Robot outing where we go and we all get together and go and see the Sonic
And
movie.
you can't
Does
close
it end
your
in
eyes.
ritual suicide?
No,
Well-
it ends in a very special.
We should all get
podcast
drunk
rant
as
I was
all
all
gonna
about
say
Sonic.
we should
Okay.
we
I'll
should
get
go to Alamo
drunk.
Draft House
Yeah.
or something so that we can just be totally
Wasted.
shit faced the entire time.
Yeah.
You know what? It would be amazing, and I doubt that we'd be able to do this. But I do know some people who at least might give us a chance of being able to do this, of getting a private screening of it, so we can be loud and MST3K it.
What if we just get a
Ooh, I
bunch
would
of-
love
What
that.
if we just get a bunch of people to like, because you can do that. We just get a bunch of, we'll make an event of it, and of course with enough advertising, and get people to come out and charge them to do it. So we
I
don't
mean,
have to pay for it.
Because
Yeah.
also, I mean, we wouldn't be able to record ourselves. because that would technically be like super illegal.
Technically,
Bootleg
but we wouldn't be
copies.
recording the.
Yeah, you record the audio and then just tell people like start the movie at this time and listen to the audio.
Yeah, instead of actually listening to the movie in the theater, just putting your headphones and listen to this instead.
Yeah, right. God damn. That's So I'm super looking forward to that movie.
Yeah.
I can't wait to puke out of my nose.
It's animation, action, and adventure, guys.
My liver won't survive the encounter. I will black out during this movie.
The rural zone of Green Hills.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. That went straight over my head.
You didn't catch that?
Oh my god.
How did they manage to make this whole thing and not piss anybody off until just now?
Well, because
Okay.
they hadn't released anything about it. Oh, no. Like, the first thing they showed was that monstrosity of a poster.
Okay.
Is the Mario movie gonna somehow be better than this? Because like,
Yeah, right? The Mario Brothers movie. Look, Dennis Hopper was great in the Mario Brothers movie.
you're sort of right.
Sorry, I should qualify that with air quotes. Great.
I'm curious as to how many bubbles full of animals, small woodland creatures, they're actually going to incorporate into this movie.
If he's
and
not
also,
breaking fucking TVs left and right, I don't even want to see it.
yeah. I mean,
No!
also, what the fuck with these rings though? Is he just gonna have them like all up and down his arms? If they're going for realistic, he has to put them fucking somewhere, and he's clearly naked.
Yeah.
I think
that's-
the only thing that I predict that the only Sonic thing that's gonna translate well is maybe chili dogs.
Yeah, chili dogs will
Yeah.
translate
If
well.
If I don't see this cop drive his car through a goddamn loop, I'm gonna riot.
Yeah, because the rural town of Green Hills is actually part of a pilot program to make driving more interesting, and all the roads have loop-the-loops and barrel rolls.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Screws.
It's
Corkscrews,
created the same people who made Action Park
blast
in New Jersey.
processing.
Yeah, exactly.
Are in charge of their infrastructure.
Did you guys listen to the ring noise in the motion poster?
No.
It's bad.
I didn't realize that was a thing.
There's a motion poster. What
yeah,
does that
the way that
mean?
they debuted it was as a motion
Is it
poster.
just
Sonic
a
the
GIF?
Motion.
Why are you revealing new horrors to me?
I think you might give Dan an aneurysm. in a
Dan,
minute
it'll
here.
be okay. Instead of playing Mega Man, we'll play Sonic 2.
No. Can I take Mega Man away from me?
All right. Well, I mean, you know they're making that Mega Man Kids show, right?
Don't speak. Wait.
I know just what you're thinking. I don't need your reasons. I won't tell you.
It's not right.
No, it's
Not right.
Somebody was like,
Was it
Blidio
was it
Blames.
the Game Boy startup sound?
It's not right.
I love
Listen.
Blidio Blames.
It's not right.
That sounds more like the Game Boy startup.
Yeah. Yeah. Super bad.
Oh, it's based on Sonic 3D Blast.
And I love the guys that brought you Deadpool and the Fast and the Furious are bringing Sonic
Sonic the
Hedgehog.
Hedgehog!
You know what? That director seemed to have neither of those credits. It's because it's the producers from, and everyone knows producers don't. Like, that doesn't actually
This
dictate
movie
the
is
tone
gonna
of a
be
film.
No, not at all.
So much garbage. Like
Yeah.
the more I sit here in the Citadel, I'm just getting pissed, man.
Yeah, I am furious. I just don't.
They've just given up. They've given up. They're
I
like,
think-
what do the kids like?
I think at this point, yeah, like
We just need to cater to millennials to keep them from
Future-
starting a revolution.
future
and
Sonic
this is not
installments
helping.
are just going to be like a deliberate downward spiral of irony.
Hashtag not my Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I feel like that is the too manyth such hashtag that we've had to come up with on this podcast.
Too manyth.
Yes.
There's,
Hashtag-
Not my ex.
this
Whatever.
is just an
Hash brown's
ever
not my hashtag.
compiling list of how we are in
As
the
he
darkest
drinks from his Sonic
timeline.
bottle.
Yeah, right.
I gotta.
We are indeed in the darkest timeline.
Creepy Sonic the Hedgehog leaked poster is real and fans can't handle it.
You won't believe what happens
Are
next.
millennials killing Sonic?
Sonic, it's been a good run,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Boy, bye.
I wish millennials could kill Sonic at this point. Like, if
I
there's
let it die.
I wish so. Like, it
wish for
really
fresh
seemed like Sonic was on an upturn because of Sonic Mania. Like, Sonic Mania did so well, and it seemed to
DeviantArt
finally
like Sonic Forces a lot
suggest.
too.
Yeah, it seemed to finally suggest that people in positions of power were recognizing that they were taking, this property in a direction that no one asked for it to go, and that was not serving it well.
That's because Sonic games can only be good if Sonic Team doesn't make them now.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
If Christian Whitehead is involved, then it's going to be 100% super rad.
I'm sorry. I honestly thought you were going to say Christian Chandler.
No, because
Get some Sonichu in there.
well, I did see a hilarious. Somebody posted on Facebook, somebody doctored that.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, you saw it. Okay. Well, I mean, in those ports we've gotten of the classic ones to mobile.
Yeah.
I believe that was a Christian Whitehead thing or a push. He's just a big Sonic fan. That was.
Yeah. That's how Sonic Mania got made
so
in the
we got
first
Sonic
place.
Mania.
Yep.
That's what we got. That super slick looking redux of Sonic CD. And this is just.
Yep. Yep. At least consult someone who enjoys Sonic instead of thinking that you know.
Oh, you mean the fast food place?
Also, I am honestly.
Oh no, there's gonna be a tie-in.
I'm honestly a little disappointed that Ben Schwartz is going to be the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog instead of Urkel.
Aw.
Jaleel White is the de facto voice of Sonic.
Yeah, that's true.
They should have just, and I disagree with you on that because
Chili dogs.
as far as if it was a cartoon movie, then that'd be perfect. But I was hoping that they were just going to essentially just be making a feature-length game cutscene,
Yeah.
or something like that, and just use. I don't understand why they just didn't use the folks that are already doing the voices for them, anyways.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just an extra paycheck. It's oh hey, we're doing a movie now, and we need your services for a little longer than a 40-hour game.
Yeah.
Here you go. Because honestly, in this day and age, if we're making video game movies, it's really not difficult to understand. I should say it shouldn't be difficult to understand what fans of the franchise like.
Yeah.
They can literally tell you on any social media platform,
Yep.
and they do.
Yep.
There are
Audiences and
memes.
creators have so few barriers to communicate with each other anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's no excuse for it.
the Warcraft movie.
Oh, man.
Hell,
And that's a shame because I like Duncan Jones a lot.
Duncan Jacks.
Duncan Jones, David Bowie's son, did Warcraft. He also did Moon. Moon
like
is
Moon.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Warcraft, less so.
Warcraft actually did really, really well in the Chinese market.
Really?
Because it made 25 million here or something like that, but over there, just
I think
hand over fist. They liked it better than Star Wars.
Oh, wow.
the Chinese. The Chinese movie market. I've heard they just like crazy special effects, explosions, and violence. Michael Bay movies do insanely well over there too.
Well, at least he's got somewhere to go.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
Sonic is. I mean, they could be tailoring this for a market that's not the U.S. market. And I didn't even think about that till just now.
No, yeah.
It might have crazy, dumb explosions and poop jokes and and all that stuff.
That chili dog's running right through me.
I mean,
Way past cool.
Gotta go fast through my intestines.
I say way past cool quite a bit unironically, and now I'm self-conscious. And after this movie, I don't even want to say it anymore.
Oh, man. Now, one thing I want to point out here.
Well, you should pull up the kids Mega Man show they're doing to piss Stan off.
Oh, God. Look, the original animated Mega Man was great.
Ruby
super
Spear.
fighting robots.
Mega Man.
Ben Schwartz is the only one on here is credited as voice. And Jim Carrey's playing Robotnik.
Live action.
Yep. That means this is going to be some Jim Carrey grinchy old
Is he
time.
gonna be wearing
Yeah.
a fat suit?
I'm sure that he probably will. I'm sure he probably will.
and they're
All systems full power.
and
get away with this.
looking at the cast list, it seems like they're spending all of the fucking budget on number one, making Sonic's hair move,
Yeah.
and number two, the cast.
We had to find a way
Like,
to fluidly
I
animate
am-
his hair and the way.
Yeah,
his
every
sneakers-
spike
his
needs to be
shoelace
individual
physics.
and have all of its physics. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think, and they're probably just trying to put everything into like, hey, don't you like Ben Schwartz? Didn't you like Parks and Rec? Didn't you like, The Grinch? Didn't you like Westworld? Because somehow James Marsden is there now.
Oh, Westworld. I thought you said Eastworld.
Eastworld, Beastworld.
Oh, man.
Poor guy.
Hey, I was
just
Cyclops
sad.
once.
Hey, guys. You may know me as Scott Summers and literally nothing else.
Oh, Enchanted. And
And Hairspray, apparently.
I
and
haven't.
27 Dresses.
I've only seen 27 Dresses like a couple of times, and I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
But I do like The Devil Wears Prada.
I don't think I've ever seen 27 Dresses.
Oh.
You
my
know,
life.
it's exactly what you think it is.
It's about
27
27
dresses?
dresses.
It's about like the always a bridesmaid, never a bride thing.
Cool. That's not my entire life. Let's.
Says the person
Let's
who is
fucking watch
literally
a movie
engaged
about-
right now.
Yeah, it says
Okay,
the only
that's the first
person in
time
here who's
ever.
getting married.
First time ever. I'm hoping for a second time.
Dear Penthouse, I never thought it would happen to me.
Moment like this, some people wait a lifetime.
Oh, God. So what else happened this week? Anything less horrible? Can we cleanse our palates?
So politics.
Great. Let's go straight from the nightmare fuel that is Sonic the Hedgehog the film and go right into politics.
At
which
least
is
Metal
another
Sonic
version
won't
of,
be in it. That's the
we,
final
we
thing.
do not have confirmation that
Trying to-
Metal Sonic
I'm
is
trying
not
to
in it.
jinx it, so it's really awful.
That's going to
But
be the
Tails
robot the
isn't in
government
it.
builds to try and catch Sonic.
Oh my god.
It'll be teased at the end of the movie with the red lights on.
Yep.
We now have the data for Sonic the Hedgehog.
He won't escape this time.
Yep. Oh, God. Yeah,
You know what Sonic movie was good though? There was an OVA they made in the 90s that's actually not bad. That does feature Metal Sonic and Knuckles and Tails, with voice actor for Tails being the same person that did Chucky's voice from Rugrats.
Oh, right on. Yeah, the old animated stuff I'm totally fine with, except for the what the fuck was it? I didn't like the slapsticky one.
Sonic Sat AM.
Yeah.
The one with Scratch and Grounder, right?
Yeah. I didn't like that one as much. I did like the very serious one, and we've covered that on the podcast
Yeah.
before. I really liked the serious one that introduced a bunch of characters that exist literally nowhere else in Sonic lore, but it was tastefully done. It was thoughtful. It was well written. It was well executed.
I like.
What about the
I like-
sexual anti-sexual assault ad for Sonic?
what?
Where
What?
I think Jaleel White did something like that. It was like, if someone tries to touch you, that's no good.
Oh,
That's from. So at the end of Sonic Sat AM, the one that you don't like.
Yeah.
Because a lot of more little kids watch that show.
Yeah.
They had like little Sonic PSAs on like drugs are bad and don't take things from strangers.
Yeah.
Sonic says, and that's what that's from.
Sure. Okay.
So like in the context, it's not terrible, but what's cool about the TV show, like the serious one, with that whole like resistance fighter thing. So when Archie Comics picked up Sonic back in the day, that's what it is.
Yeah, they kept that going.
Yeah,
didn't
they kept that going for a long time, and then instead of like when a game would come out, they would just adapt the game to that, as opposed like for a couple of issues, like Sonic and Knuckles, even Sonic Adventure 2, they had a little thing like that, and it was cool because it maintained its own thing for such a long time, and I'm bummed that it's over now.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, there's some really dumb plot stuff, but when I was a kid, like, that doesn't matter to you when you're a little kid. It's just like, oh wow, there's this like half robot rabbit lady that's just from the South now, but
Yeah, right.
it's basically like Bionic Commando, but
Yeah.
with a rabbit. And it's just like that whole thing where it's like your suspension of disbelief is exponentially increased as a child because like it doesn't matter, it's cool.
Yeah.
All
All right.
Cool. and this piece of garbage circling the drain, is gonna not have anything to do with anything like that. No, and that's all I'm gonna say about Sonic because we're not doing rants right now.
No.
And
I feel like we don't have to do rants today because we talked about this
No.
Sonic.
Yeah, this was just a group rant. Absolutely.
yeah.
I don't think anyone is looking for. Well, okay, so
Oh,
yeah, don't say
dude,
that, yeah.
that one dude who commented on our
Fucking
post
hater.
is. Yeah, I'm just a fucking hater apparently.
God, if you hate this, please let us.
Yeah, yeah.
H8TUR. That's what you are.
Yes, sure, absolutely.
Well, as far as things that aren't on fire or weird bastardization of things that we love,
I'm sorry, I'll take it off the screen. I know it's distracting.
Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming. You're a big Christmas guy.
I am a big Christmas guy. By the time that this one airs, it will be the day before Christmas.
It will,
It'll be
yes.
Christmas Eve.
This is our Christmas Eve podcast.
Do you guys have any obnoxious holiday family traditions of any kind?
No.
Honestly, not really. My family just celebrates Christmas very normally. It's I never have like family drama on holidays. I never have those weird family arguments or dumb stuff that we do. It's very nice. It's very refreshing.
I, of the four of us, am probably the furthest from any family. All of my family is in the Midwest.
All of my family's in Philadelphia. I win,
Oh, okay,
you lose.
so yeah,
Except my
that's
mom is at my house right now.
Oh, so when they get off of the working at the cream cheese factory,
Yeah.
and they're done polishing the Rocky statue,
And high-fiving Will Smith. And eating cheesesteaks for every meal, constantly, always.
So
cheesesteak.
I've been trying to get my mom to come out here and visit, and it's just hard to get it to work out and everything. So, for the past several years, we haven't really done anything. Like, we haven't had a tree or anything. I'm thinking about getting a tree this year, just, because I don't think Jasmine's ever had a tree, and I've never, I haven't had a tree in a long time. And
Kind of running out of time there, buddy.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you can pick up a tree pretty cheap.
Yeah, and I mean, you're probably just gonna get a small one.
Yeah,
there'll be plenty of those left over.
And the number of novelty ornaments has only increased. I was actually going to say I wasn't.
There are a
sure
lot
if-
of good nerd ornaments out now.
So Hallmark. I'm going to talk about Hallmark for a second.
Okay.
Because my family is pretty normal-ish during Christmas. We have a couple of weird, like, we watch Donovan's Reef, which is not a Christmas movie, and we have like a fish head ornament on our tree. But my granddad, who passed in 2005. Biggest Trek nerd. I mean, that's where I get it from. Every year, Hallmark puts out 2 Trek ornaments, and they have
Really?
for a long time. They do 2 Trek ornaments. They do usually a ship and then an action scene. And we have like Deep Space Nine on our tree at the house. But like, Hallmark's been really cool about doing like specialty nerd stuff like that. So this year they put out a very faithful reproduction of a ornament size Donkey Kong cabinet.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
$20. I'm probably gonna pick it up after the season and just have it on my desk.
Yeah.
They do stuff like that. They have video game stuff. They have like you can go down to Walmart and find Mario and Luigi Hallmark branded
Oh, yeah.
ornaments and stuff like
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah,
But
they
it's
have,
really cool.
They have an entire, because I worked at Barnes & Noble for far too many Christmases, and we had, like, every Christmas, we had a Hallmark, like, cardboard
Yeah, the
display
thing, yeah.
and it was everything. It was Star Wars, there was Disney stuff.
I knew they did the Disney stuff and like the Star Wars, that kind of nerdy stuff, but I didn't know that there was a lot that were like official Hallmark that was going down the video game.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I mean,
It's way past
I
cool.
like it.
That's
It's-
cool.
It's definitely, it's cool to like video games, finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
We've been in this magic era now that we've all grown up where now it's cool to be a nerd.
Yeah.
And it's
And-
kind of weird.
and-
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like I didn't care before anyway. Like
I didn't care before anyway, but now it just means that more neat shit are being made.
That is
being
true.
made because there's a
market for
there's
it.
a market for it.
yeah, that I agree with. We do benefit from that.
What I love the most about the it's cool to be a nerd thing now, because like there was a brief time where I was like, all these people that made fun of me now for liking Iron Man, because like Iron Man was
Yeah.
my superhero for a little while. Like, I mean, I like Cable and stuff as a kid, but that was good luck finding anything like that.
Yeah.
But and so like I got made fun of for like. I got harassed once because I was like defending how cool Iron Man was over
Dork.
Spider-Man. But like, just like this whole like, all these people that would like give me a hard time for the stuff that I like are now wearing it on their shirts and going
Yeah.
to movies, and like that took a little bit of time to adjust to because I was like, man,
Yeah, fuck you
it's
guys.
like, fuck you. But then, now I'm just like, you know what? This is really cool because like, there's a cultural empathy that can happen because now we can all like, the same stuff. And it's like, oh, well, you got into the X-Men because you saw that movie in 2000. It's like, well, I was in the X-Men as a kid. Let's talk about that. What do you like about it? Or, oh, you just started playing video games now, and now, what do you like to play? And it's opening up more avenues for conversation and getting to people. My minor rant that I'm going to launch into for a second is that nobody should ever feel embarrassed that they like something, except for the Sonic movie coming out.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you sure? Because we just had a conversation about
like-
shaming people.
Like, I just mean like, nobody should ever feel like, oh, I'm really into Mega Man. I'm using that because I almost went another route and I don't want to catch
Nerd.
or like, I really like this specific thing, and instead of people, getting made fun of for liking something, it's more like, oh, that's cool. I don't get it, but whatever. Like whatever.
That's
I don't-
always the
I don't
best way
care.
to handle it.
Yeah, it's like I don't get it. Like I have a friend that's like super legitimately into reading fan fiction, and like before I've spent a lot of time making fun of people that were super into Goku versus Superman versus Freddy versus Jason versus Billy Crystal, and now I was just kind of like, yeah, whatever, okay, cool.
Yeah.
As long as it's not weird, like in a bad way, like I think the marrying a pillow thing has gone a little far.
Yeah, that's a little.
Oh, yeah.
That level
But
of
at the same time,
More power
who's
to you.
who's he hurting?
Yeah.
his parents.
Don't talk about James Franco like that.
But like it's that now we as a culture, despite the fact that this is one of the worst timelines, that's something that we don't have to worry about so much because like
Gotta move past that.
do what you want. Got to go fast.
Yeah.
Rip
Yeah.
in peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even all that we said about the upcoming Sonic movie and our impressions, I wouldn't fault someone for being excited for it,
No.
and I certainly wouldn't fault someone
Yeah.
for enjoying it when it ultimately comes out.
But people who are like unrepentantly excited about it, just, I don't know, to me it seems like they would have to have no overarching like perception of how Sonic has been performing. I find it hard to believe there's anyone out there who literally likes every Sonic game, even though I know they exist. But the fact that they do, to me, says something that like that their perception is being too colored by their desire to enjoy Sonic.
yeah.
Some of these are like unforgivable sins. I'm not big into Sonic. I didn't really get to play it as a kid, so
Well, I did.
I wasn't that crushed when bad Sonic games came out. I just played them and said, "Wow, these fucking suck."
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think as someone who paid for Sonic 06 when it came out and played all of the
Sucker.
Sonic games, Sonic, CD, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic, everything on the Genesis, like as they were coming out, I know how it feels to be a fan who enjoys a universe so much that they just want to see more content in that universe. Period. They don't care,
Star Wars.
on the chance that it could be terrible. They just want to be taken back there again and again and again and again.
I get that it exists, but I've never felt that way about anything. I only want my experiences of something I like to be good. So if they're just putting things out that are garbage, it's going to hurt my perception of this thing that I love.
It's like liking a band, right? Like I'm a big Iron Maiden fan, but they, not every album is great. Like we had the weird, I can't remember his name, but when there were like two really bad ones in the 90s, but that doesn't diminish my love of Iron Maiden. It just means that I avoid those two albums.
Well, exactly. So, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like those, you can still acknowledge as a lover of that universe that those things are bad.
Yeah.
And I hate that there are so many
But
people
you
who
can
won't do it.
Also, still be excited for their release.
Absolutely.
So it sounds like we're talking about two different things here. One is the refusal to acknowledge when something is objectively bad.
Yeah.
In the favor of fandom. And the other is excitement and anticipation for something that looks objectively bad. So having experienced it and still refusing to acknowledge that there are game-breaking bugs, in Sonic 06, and still loving the game, is different than seeing advertisements for Sonic 06.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
being super excited for it.
No, for sure.
I am speaking in defense largely in the seeing this new thing in a property that you're passionate about. I went through it a million times. I mean, fucking being a Ninja Turtles fan has been a goddamn roller coaster.
Yeah, yes, it has.
There was the coming out of their shells tour when they were rock stars for some fucking ungodly reason. There was the
Turtles 3.
There was the live action Saturday morning series when they introduced Venus, the female turtle.
Yep.
There was Ninja Turtles 3. And then Michael Bay happened, and then Rise of the Turtle. Like for a while there, my bastion was the animated side of things, and then they did Rise, and it's like I've got nowhere.
Yeah.
I've got nowhere to go anymore. But if they announced a new Ninja Turtles thing tomorrow, I'd be excited for it.
Would you have any skepticism though?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well,
I
of
think
course.
that's the big thing. I'm taking issue with like the unrepentant excitement for a new property or like something from your favorite property coming out. If you're a Sonic fan and you saw that poster and you're excited but not at least a little skeptical, I think there's something wrong with your perception.
Sure.
Like
Or
100%.
you could be a
100%.
5-year-old that
Well,
played
okay.
Sonic like a
5-year-olds
couple
don't
of
have
times.
opinions.
Here's the hot take. That's where the fandom branches closer into religion.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No disagreement there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Church of the Church of Sonic of Latter-day Rings.
We're getting towards the end here, though. We do want to say from all of us a happy holidays for everyone. This year, we are fortunate to have a podcast coming out on Christmas Eve and a podcast coming out on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
So that'll be
This
fun. Next
year.
episode after this one will be out on New Year's Eve, so we should probably be drinking in preparation. Like we should probably just drink during that podcast. I think
Okay.
most
All
likely.
right,
Hard to convince me there.
let's get some champagne and some kombucha.
Ugh.
No kombucha. Gross.
Champagne and kombucha
Nope.
is a magic.
No.
magic
How
He
about
really hates
how
kombucha.
about whiskey?
I tried to. I tried to make him drink this kombucha beer that I had. He's like, no, I'm not having
Nah,
any
nah,
of
nah.
that."
Kombucha?
Nope. Kombucha's disgusting.
We do have some voicemails, though they say transcription not available. Tyler did say that he was going to call in. I don't know that this means that he succeeded. I did not try to listen to either of these. They're each over a minute long. And
It's just him
usually
crying.
it tries.
Oh.
Usually it tries to transcribe something, and it just says transcription.
There might
not
just be
available.
enough background noise.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's. Here's the first one.
Is someone being murdered?
I have no idea.
I can't understand it. I just hear crying.
Yeah, I can't understand. I just hear crying too.
Why am I aroused?
Is that him?
That's Tyler. You should say.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
You should save this message and then let's make him explain it next week.
What is happening? I have no idea. And then
Play the next one.
20 minutes later,
I'm fine.
Topless Robot podcast. We have your wayward podcast.
I think this
You
was like a
never
hostage.
want to replace him with him. With gritty
Oh no, Tyler got kidnapped.
Yeah,
It was not me, I swear to God.
With some kind of Alex device.
Well, how could it be you, Tyler? You're sitting right here.
Yes.
Even though, again, that's unhealthy and totally kidnapped crew member. As such, we know our demands will be met.
This
We
is
want
not
that
Tyler with
Tyler
voice
back.
modulation.
Please deposit 1 million V-Bucks to the Fortnite account.
V-Bucks.
The Dora Master 666 by noon tomorrow. Otherwise, the beating shall continue. And you'll
Oh
never
no!
see your
The
friend
plot
again.
involving one of our co-hosts has now taken a dramatic turn involving V-Bucks.
Like, seriously, he was not bubbly.
I don't have 1 million V-Bucks, but I do have expired coupons to Hollywood Video.
He's like a man, why don't you? Oh, and just so you know, he's definitely not in Seattle. To all the crying, begging, and shitting himself, he kept repeating that sentence. I'm not sure.
Wait, was he shitting himself so hard that he missed his flight and got kidnapped?
Apparently.
Take ourselves in the process.
Must be a good poop.
Really clears out the bowels.
Really,
Just-
really difficult to go to the skin.
System shuck.
I love
So
it.
I couldn't understand a lot of that, but the gist of it seems to be that Tyler has been kidnapped. I'm totally okay with it. We've already replaced him. It's fine.
Hooray. I mean, I'm Tyler. What are you talking about?
No, it's Tuller.
These are some insane conspiracy theories.
That ransom of 1 million V-Bucks is staggering.
Yeah.
I think we're made of money.
You think he's worth that money?
He seems to think so.
Does his parents know that he's out?
So Tyler was going to go to Seattle and then got kidnapped on the way to the airport.
And if you guys want to donate V-Bucks to Tyler's rescue fund,
We're going to start a V-Buck starter.
Vivix?
Vivix. Oh, man.
holy shit.
All right. Well, that's going to do it from us for this week. Have a happy holiday. Have a safe holiday. Try not to kill your parents. Try not to kill your racist grandpa. Try to avoid politics. Or, try to make your racist uncle see that, he's an idiot.
Just air out all the dirty laundry.
Yeah, that's
Might as well.
definitely the best way to go about it, right?
Do that
Does-
and, make sure you eat a lot of pie and or cake or whatever your thing is. And,
Yeah.
if you have to
Figgy
kill
pudding.
someone, kill me. I'm waiting.
Mistletoe does not equal consent. And,
Yeah.
Don't force your children to hug people.
Yep. That's
and,
another good one.
Don't be an asshole to retail workers the day after Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah. Or
Yes.
before Christmas or ever.
Or ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I think we
don't
should
be a
just
dick.
Say this on every podcast. Don't be an asshole.
Well, it's I am a firm believer in Wheaton's law.
Don't be a dick.
And that should do it. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm taking off today at 3. Sometimes you have to sit if you want to make a stand. Hate the shit, taking liberties. Taking liberties.
Luke, it says I'm locked out of my account again.